Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to Bella Vista High School in Fair Oaks, California. It's like we were just here, I think, which we were 24 hours ago, watching the Bella Vista Broncos take out the Del Campo Cougars in a battle of Fair Oaks schools, 75-72 last night. This evening, the Bella Vista Broncos are getting set to take on the Zebras of Lincoln. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to our high school basketball contest this evening between Lincoln High School of Lincoln and the Broncos from Bella Vista. And we talk about Lincoln High School, we have to make that designation because there is a Lincoln High School nearby in Stockton that is also part of the Sac Joaquin section. Tonight, the Lincoln Zebras of Lincoln, like we were just saying, coming in with a 6-4 record on the young season. They lost last night at Wood Creek by a score of 81-55, and were missing at least one of their starters who happened to be ill. We will see if that starter, and we will talk about him in just a few moments, is going to play this evening. The Zebras are led by senior Roman Snyder. He was not the one we were talking about, but he is averaging 15 points per game. As a junior last year, played on the JV squad. That's because they didn't have room for him. They had most of their players, kind of like Bella Vista, but maybe even more so. The Zebras had a lot of seniors on their team last year. There were actually 2 juniors on their JV squad last year. But Roman Snyder, he's going to be one name to look for. Michael Neely is another one. He's averaging 11.5 points per game. Those are their top 2 scorers. And then we were also mentioning the starter that missed the game last night due to illness, Jacob Butler, 6'6" junior, averaging 8.8 points and nearly 5 rebounds per game. They're going to see if he's able to go tonight. He is listed as one of the starters for the Lincoln Zebras tonight, but we will see how much and if he is going to be able to give it a go. Now, if you were with us last night, you know it was the Damian Rickett show. 46 points, 7 of 11 from three-point range last night. Damian Rickett had a career game, if you will, for the Broncos, and obviously, can you turn around and do that on the next night? We will see if Damian Rickett can give us another 40-point performance tonight. Not that we're putting any pressure on him or anything like that. We'll see what happens as the game gets underway here. But Damian Rickett, obviously Mikey Simonian, who's been averaging about 19 to 20 points per game throughout the season. He contributed 14 points last night and has been has really been a good find for this team this year as well to kind of help out. They were expecting that Damian Rickett would do Damian Rickett stuff, but they also need somebody that will be able to take the load off of him, if you will. And if they double team Rickett, then who else is going to pick up the slack? And that, at least scoring-wise, has been Mikey Simonian as the second leading scorer on this team now behind Damian Rickett. He boosted up his average big time with that 46-point performance last night. And of course, Rickett missed the first 2 games of the year this year for Bella Vista as well. He is averaging now 20.7 points per game. Let's take a look at the starting lineups for this contest. For the Lincoln Zebras, Michael Neely averaging 11.6 points per game. He is a junior. Matteo Biaggi, a senior, 3 points and 3 rebounds a game. Also starting is Frankie Toney, a senior, 9.6 points per game. Roman Snyder, we talked about him. He's the leading scorer at 15 points and 4 rebounds per game. And Jacob Butler, the 6'6 junior with 8.8 points per game. And it looks like he is here and going to give it a go for the Zebras of Lincoln. For Bella Vista, it is the same starters that we have gotten used to. Max Prucher, a 6'1 junior. Mikey Simonian, a 6-foot senior. Marko Trotzik, a 6'3 junior. Damian Rickett, a 6'4 senior. And Zachary O'Neill, a 6'4 junior, rounding out the starting lineup for the Broncos. We are ready to play basketball. The Zebras in black, Bella Vista in white, the home whites, as you will. It was quite an atmosphere last night. Of course, it was a cross-city rivalry. Will we see the same energy tonight? We will find out. O'Neal will jump center against Butler, and it's time to play basketball. And Lincoln controls. This is Neely. There's Roman Snyder. He gets a good look right off the bat. And a rebound underneath. And a foul and a basket. Matteo Biaggi gets the first points of the game. And he will go to the line looking for the three-point opportunity. They're fighting for the rebound, and a held ball is going to favor Bella Vista. So once again, it was an offensive rebound that led to that early basket there for Lincoln. That's been a bit of a bugaboo, if you will, for Bella Vista this year. Zebras are putting up two-man pressure. Simonian almost lost it. He gets it back and draws the foul by Jacob Butler. And that'll be the first foul in the game on Butler. First team foul on Lincoln, and Bella Vista to inbound from the sideline. Trotzig. Here's Simonian. He'll take a three-point look. And the Zebras control. Here's Roman Snyder. This is Tony. Tony to the free throw line. He'll find Snyder once again. Snyder finds Butler underneath. Butler on a Trotzig. Can't get the shot. Simonian the rebound. Here's Rickett. He'll find the path. He'll take it to the hoop. Little too hard. Snyder the rebound. And here, cutting all the way in is Michael Neely. Doesn't get enough on that shot. Bella Vista controls. We're a minute in. 2-point game so far. Krucher. And the Broncos lose that one out of bounds. They'll turn it over to Lincoln. Snyder. This is Tony, who's cut off. They'll find Neely, double teamed immediately. Neely turns around. Rickett with the rebound. Simonian looking to drive, facing a 2-3 zone. Rickett to the free throw line. One-handed runner dances around. Rickett tries for the rebound. Fight for it. He claws it away. And we're going to get another jump, and that will favor Lincoln. Coaches in this game, Chris Ahrens is the head coach at Lincoln. And of course, David Gonzalez in his 24th year at Bella Vista. Tony finds Snyder. Snyder with the pink shoes. Here's Butler underneath. And they'll claw for the rebound. That's our third held ball of the game. This one goes to Bella Vista. Defense. They got two in backcourt and one right at the midcourt line. They find Simonian. Simonian drives in. His runner won't go. Bella Vista still scoreless. 2 minutes and change into the game. Nice 360 move by Snyder, and he powers his way in for his first 2 points of the game. Here's Krucher all the way in. He tries to drive in, and he's going to draw the foul on his way to the basket. That's on Neely. That's his first of the game. Second team foul on Lincoln. 2 shots for Max Krucher. Broncos still looking for their first points. Missed them both. Bella Vista can't seem to buy anything right now. We're approaching 5 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Snyder thought about the long three. He'll kick it back out to Butler. Butler to the baseline. He'll muscle up the shot. Offensive rebound for Lincoln. This is Tony for three. Another offensive rebound that won't go. Still they claw for it. Loose ball on the ground. Atrotzik comes up with it and turns it over. So the ball remains on this side of the floor with Lincoln in possession. Neely finds himself open at the free throw line. Another offensive rebound. Neely slips, loses the ball, and that's going to go over to Bella Vista. In that sequence, there must have been at least 3 offensive rebounds for Lincoln. Lincoln is trying to wreak havoc underneath. There's Prucher, gets a nice pass from Zach O'Neal, and the Broncos are on the board. Approaching 4 minutes to go, so the Broncos went 3 minutes and 45 seconds without scoring to start this game. Foul was going to be called on Simonian. Hunter Davis is in now for Lincoln. There's Roman Snyder. You can't leave him open. Heck, I think that if you leave him open, if he's back in Lincoln, he'd make that shot. O'Neal. There's Prucher. Draws the foul, no shot, but they get the foul here. And this is going to be on Hunter Davis, who just came into the game. Hunter Davis averages about 5 points per game for Lincoln. Zebras, as we mentioned, 6-4 this season. They were 21-9 last year, 3rd place in the Foothill Valley League with their senior heavy team. Here's Rickett. Damian Rickett, his first points of the game. 3-point lead for Lincoln. Snyder can't get the runner, and the Broncos on the break. Here comes Rickett, tries to work his way in, draws the foul, and gets the deuce. Like Andrew Vogel is into the game. He's the one that number 33, I think is who they called the foul on. Yeah, there he is. Okay, so Andrew Vogel, 9 points per game for Lincoln. He is the one the foul is called on. 3-point opportunity for Rickett. Doesn't go. Lead is 1 for Lincoln. Here's Vogel. Get it over. There's Vogel. Rickett controls the rebound. Julian Defoe was also into the game. Defoe is 7 points per game for Lincoln. Rickett double teamed, tried to use the rim to his advantage, can't get it to go. And we're going to get a foul called on Zachary O'Neal. 3rd team foul on the Broncos, 2:51 to go in the opening quarter. 2 more fouls for the Broncos, and it's 2 shots on all common fouls for Lincoln. Here's Vogel at the 3-point line. And the lead is now 10-6. Simonian. Rickett to the top of the key. Underhands it to O'Neal. O'Neal puts it to the floor. He'll fade away and drop that one in. Broncos back within 2. Davis closed off. Butler now finds Davis once again. They've got Vogel in the corner. Picked up by Murch out of the defense for Bella Vista. Here's Snyder driving in. He can't get it to go. Marcus Murch with the rebound. Rickett, now we've got an offensive foul away from the ball. And the Broncos will turn it over. That's going to be on Murch. First one on Marcus, 4th team foul. This is the second of 3 consecutive games for Bella Vista. Jonah Wooden is now into the game. And O'Neal will get a breather. Here's Neely open for a 3-point shot. Loose ball on the ground, Zebras control. And a collision of numbers 10 at midcourt. The foul will be called on Damian Rickett. So that's the first on Rickett. A low-scoring game early on here. Lots of turnovers actually on both sides. And missed shots. Davis will go back to the line. He gets both of them. The substitutions coming in. Davis will come out. Frankie Toney is back in. Five count is on. The Broncos get it in. Still facing that full court press from Lincoln. Trotsik and Wooden working the ball on the right side. Here's Simonian. Simonian to the baseline. His runner is up from 10, no good. Butler the rebound. He finds Lucas Nelson now into the game. His pass taken away by Marcus Murch. Here's Rickett. Rickett drives into traffic. His runner's too hard. Zebras back the other way quickly. Nice defense by Bella Vista. Here goes Simonian all the way in. He is fouled. One of the things I noticed there on the baseline is Marcus Murch, using that 6'3" frame of his, was able to run some interference, maybe even get a hand on that ball to deflect it loose and force the turnover for Bella Vista. Simonian to the line. Broncos 0 for 3 from the free throw line to start off here. 0 for 4. And that one's also too hard. Broncos 0 for 5 from the line tonight, and they're down by 4. Snyder can't control the pass. And it looks like Frankie Toney came over to him and says, hey, sorry about that. Bella Vista gets possession back. So the Broncos with a Trotsik and Simonian, Rickett, Murch, and Wooden. High screen from Rickett. Simonian on the 6'6" Butler. Steps back. Shot will dance around and drop in. Friendly roll for Mikey Simonian, his first points of the game. At the buzzer, Roman Snyder. As we've come to the end of the first quarter of play. Interesting game. Not the same end-to-end action that we saw yesterday, and not the same level of scoring that we saw in the first game yesterday, but still a close one at that. It is 12-10 in favor of Lincoln. the Broncos can pull out the win tonight and then win again tomorrow, they'll be back to 500. Here's Snyder. Closed off. Finds the open man. Another offensive rebound for the Lincoln Zebras. That's Frankie Toney. His first 2 points of the game. 4-point game. Broncos have to get it across. They do. And a block shot for Michael Neely. That's his first of the game. Michael Neely showing some height too. He looks like he's right around that 6'5", 6'6" range as well. Trotsik. Simonian can't control, and another turnover for Bella Vista. Snyder will take his time with a 4-point lead. Butler finds his way, takes it to the basket all the way up there. Butler's got some ups. I think that if he wasn't contested there, he might have been able to flush that one home. 6-point lead. Mertz tries the touch pass, saved in bounds by Lincoln. Zebras looking to expand that 6-point lead. Here's Neely down the lane. Can't get the roll. Marcus Mertz with the save. Here's Rickett all the way in, looking to go coast to coast, gets the roll. Rickett is up to 6. 6.5 to go, second quarter. Biaggi, free throw line. Foul. Roman Snyder wound up on the floor. That's on Rickett, that's his second. First team foul in the second quarter on Bella Vista. Biaggi will inbound. Works off a screen from Toney. Snyder finds an opening down the lane and he puts it up and in. Snyder now has 7. Back to a 6-point lead. Here's Simonian. He just lost it. I think he was trying to draw the foul clearly as he went in amongst the trees, as they say. But there was not enough contact. Vogel open for 3. Rickett controls. Trotsik being hounded by Biaggi. Crowd wanting a foul, not enough contact. Here's Wooden, back to a Trotsik. 18 seconds on the shot clock. Simonian, we got a whistle. That's a foul on Andrew Vogel. That'll be, I've got him for 2. And the first team foul on Lincoln. Here's Rickett. Turnaround jumper for Rickett. He's up to 8 now. So play is resuming with 5:31 to go in the opening quarter. Biaggi, bad pass, Bella Vista controls. Rickett tries to go up, they're going to call the jump. And the possession arrow this time looks like it's going to favor Bella Vista. So the Broncos conversation at the scorer's table right now. Not exactly sure what the discussion was, but now we're ready to resume. Okay, it's a shot clock issue. Because Bella Vista maintained possession on the held ball, the shot clock does not reset. And so it's now reset to 24 seconds. Rickett will get the inbound. Broncos down by 4. Rickett looking for 3 of them. Neely controls the rebound for Lincoln. Ostrowczyk picks him up. Neely goes up and down. Oh, and they're going to call it a jump. He got caught up in the air, and they're saying that the possession was tied up before he came back down. So Lincoln controls. Wide open underneath is Biaggi. Biaggi completes the reverse layup. The lead is 6 once again for Lincoln. Ostrowczyk picked up by Snyder. And to get a foul call, looks like it's going to be on Biaggi. First on Biaggi. Rickett. He'll force up the shot, and he'll get the deuce. Damian Rickett has just hit double figures. He's at 10 points. The lead is 4 for Lincoln. Biaggi at the free throw line, closed off. Roman Snyder. Snyder, he's going to launch the NBA 3. Oh, we said it about Damian Rickett last night. Roman Snyder saying, I want to play at Golden One Center too. Rickett underneath with the runner. He gets his own rebound. He'll muscle up another shot, and he gets the deuce. Looks like it's Butler that's getting called for the foul. 2 on Butler. Rickett going to the free throw line. And he gets the basket and 1. That's Michael Neely who's called for the personal foul. 3rd team foul on Lincoln. That's 2 on Neely. Here's Snyder. Butler on Rickett. Hunter Davis back into the game, now finds Butler. Butler on the baseline. Tries to body his way in on Rickett. Now they'll bring it back out top. Underneath, Marcus Murch stepping right in front of that pass. Forces another turnover. Rickett, he'll launch an NBA 3. Murch the rebound. His putback doesn't go. Rebound is controlled, but there's a foul first. foul looks like that's on Julian Defoe. That's his first. Defoe, a sophomore, who's averaging 7.5 points per game. And it's Jonah Wooden that will go to the line. Max Morris getting ready to come in. Wooden knew it. As soon as it left, you could see him dancing a little bit there at the free throw line. He knew that he didn't get all of it. Pritchard's going to come out. Max Morris going to see his first action tonight. Did not get in last night. Wooden's next free throw. He is on the scoreboard. 3-point game. Defoe, Tony now. Tony on Murch. Murch closes him off at the baseline. Tony looking for some help. Nelson. Now it's Davis. Davis double team. Here's a shot from the corner. That's Lucas Nelson. And he drills a 3-point shot to bring the Zebras lead back to 6. Simonian splits the double team. He'll kick it over. Wooden launches a long one. Morris tries to get a hand on the rebound. He does get a hand on the ball. It goes out of bounds. And with 2.5 to go in the second quarter, Lincoln back in possession. Defoe at the free throw line. Now Snyder. Finds Tony. Tony on Murch. Here's Defoe. Bounce pass underneath to Hunter Davis. Closed off on a double team. Deflected. A no-look deflection by Mikey Simonian. The Broncos with 2 minutes to go in the second quarter. Simonian right up to the top of the key. Launches the three-pointer. It won't go. And Lincoln controls once again. Snyder. He wants to go coast to coast. Can't get the shot. Here's Marcus Murch, open, finger roll layup is good. What's the call here? They're going to call an offensive foul on Damian Rickett. That's his third. So no. Like the basket counted. So they're saying the foul happened after the shot was taken. And the Zebras just turned the ball over. So Damian Rickett's going to have to come out of the game. Zachary O'Neal's back in. So it's O'Neal, Morris, Murch, Wooden, and Simonian. Simonian with 2 points so far. If he gets a few more looks. Top of the key, Simonian. Free throw line extended left. Now here's Wooden. Wooden, high post. O'Neal tries to find Murch. Murch on the ground. And just losing his balance, falling to the ground. Tried to get it over to Morris. It goes out of bounds. So here come the Zebras with a 4-point lead. Snyder. Into the corner. Here's Tony, drives in. Collision, no call. Offensive rebound. Snyder for 3. Snyder at 13 points. Under a minute to go. 7-point lead, biggest lead of the night for the Zebras. Here's Murch. Now Simonian at the top of the key. Finds an opening. His free throw line jumper drops in. Simonian with 4. The lead is 5. 28 seconds to go before halftime. Here's Snyder. That one looked good as soon as it left his hands. That's Nelson again. He's got 2 3-pointers. 8-point lead, clock running. Simonian. That's going to go out of bounds right as we come to the end of the first half. So some turnovers, some difficulties for Bella Vista, and a possession that went awry there at the end. And the Broncos find themselves down by 8 here at halftime. So there was a little bit of a uniform issue as Michael Neely was having a long-distance conversation with one of the officials. They got that figured out, and we're back underway. Third quarter. Rickett lost the ball. O'Neal finds it. His shot doesn't go. And Tony comes up with it for Lincoln. Tony all the way in, draws the foul. They're going to say no shot. Should be on Prucher. Prucher, his first team foul in the third quarter. Reminder, Damian Rickett has 3 fouls. There's a runner for Lincoln. They're on the board again. First points, now they have a 10-point lead. Simonian. Bella Vista struggling early also, just like they did in the opening stages of the game. Neely's shot doesn't go, gets the rebound. Closed off. Over the shoulder pass, no look to Biaggi, who puts it up and in. Biaggi with 6. 12-point lead now for Lincoln. Here's a Trotzik. Just what the doctor ordered for Bella Vista, as this one was starting to slip away. Lead is 9. Broncos need to get a run going. Tony on Prucher. Prucher almost forced to travel. Tony's shot doesn't go. On the rebound, he has it taken away. Here's Rickett. All the way in, tries to go up on Butler. Butler deflects it away, out of bounds, and Bella Vista maintains possession. Butler at 6'6", offensively does play the perimeter a lot, but he does get a lot of rebounds for them. Here's Rickett, over Butler, doesn't go. Ball out of bounds, and it will go over to Lincoln. Neely finds an opening to the baseline, puts that one up, and it drops in. Danced around to the rim a lot. Rickett was hoping he'd get a rebound opportunity. Prucher underneath. He muscles that one in. Prucher with 4. Chris Aaron's up off the bench, and he says he wants a timeout, and so it will be a timeout for Lincoln. 5:58 to go in the third quarter. 38-29 is our score. It's a 9-point game. The Zebras have led by as many as, I believe they've led by 12 in this game. But the Broncos, they've let them jump off to a, well, they went into the locker room trailing by 8, and they've been outscored 6-5, so points-wise, it's pretty even here. Trotzik, by the way, got his first points of the game with a 3-point shot a few moments ago. That's the first 3-pointer of the game for Bella Vista. They've taken a few, but that's the first one that fell. And Lincoln had 6 in the first half. Here's Snyder. Now Butler. Butler missed the game last night due to illness. Neely down the lane, and his running one-hander is good. Neely at 4. Lead is 11. O'Neal. O'Neal will try and force up a shot. That one's well short. Neely controls. Snyder lost the ball. Butler's there to pick it up. Snyder has it again on the baseline. Plenty of time on the shot clock, just under 20. There's Roman Snyder with a long jumper. Butler controls. He'll power to the rack and put it in. Butler with 4. Lead is 13. That's the biggest lead of the game for the Zebras. Here's O'Neal. Rickett finds the rebound, and Rickett winds up on the floor, drawing the foul. And that goes against Frankie Toten. I have Tony for 1. Yeah, it's the first on Tony. So Murch and Wooden are coming into the game. Krucher will come out, O'Neal will come out. Rickett's second free throw. To cut it to 11. 15 for Damian Rickett. Here's Neely at the free throw line. And Rickett's going to control. Little confusion on who was going to field that pass. And unfortunately for the Broncos, they're going to send possession right back over to Lincoln. No, actually, Bella Vista has it. Sorry. Simonian. So the foul's on Biaggi, no shot. Vocal Bella Vista crowd now getting into it. Second on Biaggi. There's Simonian. Neely winds up on the floor. Wooden will get called for the foul. That's the first on Jonah Wooden. 4:12 to go, third quarter. The lead is 11, and the Zebras have the ball. Bella Vista needs to get a run going here. Neely closed off. Boy, he spent a lot of time in the lane there. Back door. They draw the foul. That's Vocal. Oh, that's on Rickett. That's 4. We saw O'Neal and Murch foul out last night. And Vocal puts in the first of 2 free throws. It's like they're gambling and leaving Rickett in the game. Vocal gets that one as well. Vocal has 5. Ostrowczyk, free throw line, pass deflected. Murch tries to save it, back to Rickett. Ostrowczyk way out in front. Will run the point. The lead is 13. Ostrowczyk is open for a 3. Mark Ostrowczyk with 6 points. The only one to hit 3-pointers right now for Bella Vista. If he's got a hot hand, that might be how they get back in this game. Snyder. Broncos need a stop. There's Neely, goes up. Wooden tries to block the shot. Neely gets the deuce. And you saw that Rickett kind of had to retreat a little bit there. Ostrowczyk tried to bounce that off a Lincoln player, doesn't get the bounce in his direction. Lincoln in control. Here's a 3-pointer. My goodness, Lucas Nelson, I did not have him for any points coming into this game. He's got 3 3-pointers tonight, 9 points overall. Neely's going to get called for his 3rd personal foul. And he's going to come out of the game. So Lincoln is countering with Snyder. We have Vogel, Tony, Biaggi, and Butler. Here's a Trotzik for Bella Vista. Tries to get it to Rickett. Rickett comes up with it. Back to a Trotzik. On the way, that one's short. They're going to call a goaltend. No, they're going to call a foul. Sorry. I thought I heard them say goaltend. He was right up there at the rim, but I think the ball had come down past the rim. Anyway, that's a foul on Lucas Nelson. That's his first. Rickett into the lane. Wooden, the putback doesn't go. Murch winds up on the ground. This is going to be Bella Vista ball as he was knocked out by Lincoln. Looks like it was off of Vogel. A Trotzik. He'll take the NBA 3. Doesn't go. Lead is 15. There's Butler. Rickett the rebound. Simonian. He's got 6 tonight. Snyder finds Butler. Bounce pass, they tried to get it to Snyder. Nelson was there. Now Snyder on the baseline. In and underneath it goes to Andrew Vogel again. He's got 7. Balanced scoring tonight from Lincoln. 16-point lead. Rickett will launch a 3. Rickett now at 18 points tonight for the Broncos. Under a minute to go, 3rd quarter. And the runner is up and good for Lincoln. 53-49, the lead is 14. We're going to get a foul at midcourt. That's on Roman Snyder, which will be his first. And that's the 15th foul, so that's going to be 2 shots for Bella Vista. Free throw troubles continuing for Bella Vista. We talked about it at halftime. They were 25%, 2 of 8. Trotzik is looking for 1 of 2. Doesn't get that one either. Nelson controls the rebound. 28 seconds to go. This is Vogel out front. Zebras are taking their time here as the shot clock is off. So right now they're just working a deep perimeter. Now baseline jumper is on the way, and that one is good for Hunter Davis. There's a shot at the buzzer. Davis now with 4 points for Lincoln. So the 3rd quarter which has been a Bella Vista quarter throughout the season, was definitely a Lincoln quarter tonight, as the Zebras now build their lead out to 16 points, 55-39. Damian Rickett leads the way for Bella Vista, 18 points. Roman Snyder with 15. Those are the only two players in this game that are in double figures, although Lucas Nelson and Andrew Vocal both have 9 for the Zebras. We'll see if what they get here in the second half. Trotzik with the steal, has a couple of players following him, and he draws the foul going to the basket. That is on Butler. That is his third. Butler and Neely both have 3. Damian Rickett has 4 for Bella Vista. Broncos have struggled at the line tonight. Trotzik just missed 2 a few moments ago. And now he makes 2. 8 points for Marka Trotzik tonight. Here's Butler, finds Neely. Neely and Snyder both rocking the pink shoes. This is Tony to the baseline as he drives in, forces up a shot. Rickett the rebound. 14-point game. Merch to the free throw line, closed off, back to Rickett. Rickett tries to find Merch, out to Simonian. Simonian drives in, he'll go up with one hand. Simonian follows the shot with the rebound, and he puts it back up and in. There's an offensive rebound for the Broncos that pays dividends. Under 7 minutes to go. Snyder, he'll launch a 3. Merch the rebound. And they call him for the travel. There was contact there, but he winds up on the ground. Of course, in basketball, if you fall without help while holding on to the ball, it is a travel. And they're saying not enough contact, more a foul. Here's Biaggi. Now Neely. Neely's open. And he's up to 8 points on the night. Out front, finds Wooden underneath. Put a little too much on that shot. And the Zebras control. They're leading by 14. Offensive rebound and an easy putback for Butler. 6 points on the night. 16-point game. Rickett goes up, they're going to call the jump. Bella Vista will retain possession. And I see the shot clock is at 35. I don't think that's right. They set it to 20. Simonian, he'll launch a 3. That's his first of the game. Simonian now with 11 points total. 13-point game. BV needs some stops and points. Here's Butler, now it's Snyder out front. Snyder pounded by Jonah Wooden. Closed off on the baseline. Tony, he's got gold shoes. There's Snyder driving all the way in. Here's a Trotzik. He's closed off. Back to Rickett. Over to a Trotzik once again. He drives in. Rickett out front. Nice cutting pass into the cutting Damian Rickett. He puts it up and in. Rickett is now at 20 points. the corner, there's a three-pointer for Andrew Vogel. There's one for Max Brucher the other way, 64-50. Lincoln by 2 touchdowns. We're going to get a timeout called by the Lincoln Zebras. 4:25 to go in the fourth quarter. 64-50 is our score. What a difference a day makes, I guess. Just extremely spirited, energetic, close game last night between the Broncos and the Del Campo Cougars. And tonight, not so much. Lincoln struggled last night in their loss to Wood Creek. And the Broncos, they've not found that rhythm that they had last night. They put 75 points on the board last night against Del Campo, and tonight they're just at 50 with 4:25 to go. And the Broncos aren't even done this week. They have another game tomorrow night, which will be on the road. As they will be taking on Mesa Verde. And then next Tuesday night against McClatchy, that'll be our next webcast for you here on YouTube. Near steal, Roman Snyder had to go all the way back, deep into backcourt to come up with that one. And of course, Lincoln can take their time here. They don't have to rush anything. Underneath Vogel, and he thinks better of it. Now he'll turn around and launch a three. Hunter Davis is called for the foul on the rebound. Second on Davis. Broncos with 4:04 to go and down 14. They need to start scoring in bunches and then hope also Lincoln goes cold. Simonian, he'll kick it over to Wooden for three. Jonah Wooden, his first three-pointer of the game. Cuts the lead to 11. Here's Snyder, he goes all the way in, his finger roll is good. It caught Bella Vista in a defensive transition there. I have Snyder for 19. Here's Rickett, he'll launch a three. Ostrowski controls. At the free throw line, Simonian. The Broncos shooters are starting to heat up a little bit. Simonian at 13. Here's Neely just inside the free throw line. Gets a nice look. Nice pure shooter. He's smooth on that shot. 13-point game, under 3 minutes to go. Rickett battling it out with Tony. That's the second on Tony. Max Morris will inbound the ball to the left of the basket. Trotzig picked up by Vogel. Rickett. And they're going to say that went off of Snyder and out of bounds, so Bella Vista will keep possession. Butler comes back in. Davis will come out. A little bit more length in that Zebras lineup right now with Trotzig. Simonian, he's closed off. Rickett. Rickett will drive in, splits the double team. Runner doesn't go. Rickett muscles the ball away. Bella Vista, there's Simonian with a three. Wooden the rebound. Morris to a Trotzik. Rickett. Offensive foul on Rickett, and he's done. That is the 5th foul on Damian Rickett. And that means the Broncos will have to, with a 13-point deficit, play the last 2:13 without their leading scorer. Rickett finishes tonight with 20 points. This is an opportunity for the Broncos to shine. Maybe give someone else a chance to step it up here. Zebras, again, they're taking their time, working that 35-second shot clock. There's Tony, the ball deflected away, and Trotzik has it. There's Simonian. Simonian, he'll launch a jumper, he's got it. 3-pointer, Mikey Simonian, and a timeout is going to be called by Bella Vista with 1:27 to go. The lead is 10. So a minute and a half to go. This is doable for the Broncos, but they cannot give up easy baskets. They cannot turn the ball over, and by all means, no offensive rebounds on missed shots by Lincoln. The Zebras have possession of the ball after the made shot. They cut the lead down to 10. And again, like we've talked about, they can work that shot clock. Bella Vista has just one team foul. If you're thinking maybe fouls to stop the clock, the strategy is different now. You don't have the 1-and-1 anymore. So that possibility of missing the first, getting the rebound, fouling is not as much of a part of the game anymore. If it were closer, maybe. Simonian reaching in, trying to knock the ball away. He gets called for a foul. 2 on Simonian. And this gets a fresh 35 on the shot clock as well. Focal, Neely. Riley Dick is into the game. He's battling on Neely. Morris comes over to help out as well. Wide open Butler underneath, and he gets the basket. He's got 8. A minute to go. Trotzik, Simonian. Simonian takes it to the baseline. He does draw the foul. He'll get a couple of free throws out of this. Butler is now at 4. Mikey Simonian, 2 free throws in the act of shooting. Simonian's 2 free throws bring him to 18 points. Vocal. Back to Snyder, who's going to hold it right now. 26 seconds on the shot clock. 10-point game. Zebras just taking their time. They've earned the opportunity. There's a 3-point shot. Simonian controls. 16 seconds to go. The Broncos is taking their time to bring this one out. Looks like they're just going to go ahead and dribble this one out and let this one come to an end. And it turns out to be a 10-point win for the Zebras of Lincoln over Bella Vista. So the Zebras will improve to 7-4 on the year. Bella Vista will fall to 3-6. Lincoln will next play on Tuesday night of next week, as they will go up against Rockland. It'll be a home game, it looks like, for the Zebras, as they will take on the Rockland Thunder in a battle of Placer County schools. As for the Broncos, again, as we mentioned, they have the game tomorrow night at Mesa Verde, and then they are back here against McClatchy on Tuesday. So we're just going to take a look at some of the final numbers here. We'll give you the point totals, and then we'll also recap some of the percentages. Another good game for Damian Rickett, as we talked about, for the Broncos, although he did wind up fouling out. And a late surge in the fourth quarter for Mikey Simonian as well, as he nearly hit his average. So we'll recap it all here for you in just a second. As Damian Rickett led the way for Bella Vista with 20 points, Mikey Simonian had 18. And then Marka Trotzik had 8, hitting a couple of three-pointers in the game. Crutcher had 6, and then it was 2 each for Zachary O'Neill and Marcus Murch. For the Zebras, Roman Snyder, I hit him for 19 points. He leads the way. 12 for Andrew Vokel and 10 for Michael Neely. 9 points for Lucas Nelson, all on 3-point shots. 8 points for Jacob Butler, who has not been feeling well, but after missing the game last night, he was able to bring it back to and be able to play tonight. Contributed 8 points and some key rebounds as well, using that 6'6" frame to his advantage. Matteo Biaggi, 6 points tonight, 4 for Hunter Davis, and 4 for Frankie Tony to round out the scoring. So Lincoln is able to bounce back from last night's 81-55 loss to Wood Creek, and the Broncos, after the excitement of last night where they defeated Del Campo 75-72, and the 46 points from Damian Rickett on 7 of 11 3-point shooting just by Damian Rickett alone. Much different story tonight as the Broncos struggled. Lots of turnovers, again, some key offensive rebounds, and just some big-time shooting in the first half, where the Zebras hit 18 of their 32 points in the first half came as a result of three-point shots. So taking a look at some of the numbers, the Broncos, it's like in the second half they were 6 of 8 from the free throw line, 2 of 8 in the first half, so that's 8 of 16 overall, which the 25% and the 75% if you do your math, that's going to equal out to 50%, and that's exactly what it is for the entire game. 12 of 28 shooting from the floor in the second half for 42%, which was right around their percentage as well. You know, Lincoln did not get to the free throw line that much tonight, but in the second half, 4 of 4. They were 69% shooting, or 63% shooting from the floor in the second half. So the Broncos and the Zebras battle it out. It's a 10-point win for the Zebras. So the Broncos had a chance with a win tonight, and a win tomorrow could have brought themselves back to 500. Now they'll have to wait until next week. They've got 3 games next week as well, but those are going to be each one separated out by an off day. We'll go through the schedule in just a second for the Bella Vista Broncos, but you know, we've been on for a few games this year, all the home games, and one of the things that we have seen is that when the Broncos struggle with turnovers and allow too many offensive rebounds, the outcome of the game is not going to be in their favor, and unfortunately for them tonight, that is what happened. So we're going to take a look at the schedule. The Broncos will be at Mesa Verde tomorrow night for a game at 7:30. They will then be home on the 19th, and that's when we will talk to you next. On Tuesday, the 19th, they will take on McClatchy. Then they have a game at Wood Creek High School on Thursday of next week. That is for the Hoops for Humans event. It is a neutral site game where they will be taking on the Franklin Wildcats. That is the matchup next Thursday for the Broncos. And then on Saturday the 23rd, 2 days before Christmas, the Broncos will be back here to take on Union Mine, and we will of course be here for that. And again, that game on December 23rd, we should point out, that is a Saturday game. It is the Saturday before Christmas, and that game will start at 5 p.m. And so what that means is that the freshman game will start at 2, the JV game at 3:30, and the varsity game will be at 5 o'clock. So that's the schedule next week. And again, we will talk to you again on Tuesday night here at Bella Vista as the Broncos take on McClatchy. That is going to wrap it up for us tonight. Once again, the final score, the Lincoln Zebras 70 and the Bella Vista Broncos 60. We want to say thanks to our camera operator, Julie Tharlson, our producer, John Warner, and our statistician. Come on in here, Scarlett. Very festive with the Santa Claus hat. Scarlett Thompson is our statistician. Thank you for joining us tonight. We'll talk to you again next Tuesday. Best of luck for the Broncos tomorrow night as they take on Mesa Verde. Good night, everyone. We'll see you later.